What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I will be taking a look at the new Creators Tempesta's Rival Edition. Now, I don't know why, but I do currently have a roadblock behind me, but hey, sitting in the middle of the road probably does cause that. So this car is going to be a bit special compared to the regular one. I do know people are wondering about that, like, is this car actually unique? What's different about it? So I'm actually going to head into the menu and show this here quick. Now, I would say a lot of players are like, well, wait, this is just a Creators Tempesta, so what's actually different about it? Is it going to be a different car? Are they going to be insanely similar? No, guys, they are actually going to be way different than each other. So the regular Tempesta here, let me go customize and go color. I can do an overview. So you'll probably notice right now this car is going to be incredibly regular. There's not anything on it. There's no skirts, no spoilers, none of that stuff. No like special splitter on the front of it. Legitimately nothing. And also, you can't customize this car at all. All you could do is the rims, which no one is changing because those look dope. You can also have the caliper, the rear wing there, which is going to be this one, and then also the interior color. So there's nothing else you can do to it. On the other hand, though, if we take a look at the Rivals Edition, though, look how special and unique this car actually looks. Now, the only downside is, well, you cannot customize this thing, you can't touch it, but that's probably going to be normal. But take a look at this thing, though, guys. You're going to notice the wide body bits there because the sides do look different looking at it on this profile. You're going to notice the wing on the back, which fits that car really nice. I do like that. Then you're also going to notice that huge side skirt on the other piece there. Look at that. That looks insane. Look how big that is, bro. That's crazy looking. Then you see the front splitter, which is also going to be unique to this car, which is pretty dope. And the front piece, I think, glows at night a bit, which I'll show that here in a quick second. But if you guys are wondering, though, at least this car is going to be unique. That's kind of like a worry of mine. Like, you look at something like the regular Tempesta, or you see a car in the game, and you're like, yo, what if I can actually just make this car or something? But no, you cannot do that with the Tempesta, so at least this thing is pretty unique. Now, getting this car, though, is going to be fairly easy to do, though. All you will have to do is head over to Rivals. After that, though, all you will then have to do is basically be every single racer here, including the Chiefs, which is going to be 4 of them, before this one is actually unlocked to get the Tempesta. It's not going to be that difficult. Once again, you can put the difficulty on level 1 and then basically fly through it. So luckily the cars are going to be pretty dang unique. I do like how they actually added more cars into the Rivals to go after something else, and then also have new vehicles you can mess around with. But when spawning outside with this vehicle, you can also see how crazy this thing actually looks. I do know it's going to be like the white tiger type of thing, which is pretty insane. Before I go anywhere, though, I do have to show this car being in like a nighttime setting. I do feel like they actually did such a great job with these liveries, man. I would love to see this on other vehicles, or at least have the option to really make a livery like this, hopefully in the future. But heading over to midday here, let me actually go back to this one, go all the way over. So you guys will see how crazy this does actually look. Now, I'm also going to show nighttime, but look how insane these liveries do look. I really do like the way they actually glow up and all that. At nighttime, I would say you're not going to miss this car going down the road, man. It's going to be insanely obvious. There's the white tiger on the front of the hood. You know what? Let me actually go back to this and go all the way over to nighttime. Hopefully it actually glows correctly. There we go. So it's starting to bright up a bit. Guys will see the white tiger there, the headlights and all that stuff look pretty. Look how insane this car looks like. Look how menacing that looks from the front, man. This car is definitely pretty dope. I am so dang glad they actually made the car unique. They didn't just throw a livery on it and then go, yo, here's a new car. No, they actually made this unique compared to the other one. Do let me know what you guys think about this livery compared to the others. Besides all that, though, let me go do a quick drive with this thing and see how it does actually perform. I'll go this way, I think. So the funny part is, I do remember this car being insanely good in the Crew 2. I do know a lot of people did love it. I don't see as many people running this car now, which I wouldn't say is that surprising. Let me actually go back this way and go up that road. Not really sure where that goes, but let's go find out. Why not take it up there? That looks like a cool road. Let's do it. Oh, there's the highway. Look at that. Perfect for a top speed test. I have barely even been on the island because I've been making videos and stuff, so at least I can explore it a little bit. Let me go this way and see what we can do for top speed, though. Now, the Tempesta back in the Crew 2 was legit one of the best hypercars in the game. I wouldn't say it's going to be the best car in Motorfest because there's a lot of cars in this game, but I would say it's probably going to be pretty dang decent overall still. Now, here, this thing's a 6-speed. A 6-speed hypercar is pretty dang cool, man. I do like that idea. Let me see, though. Okay, so 292 miles an hour. 292 is going to be, I think, on the slower side a bit. And the reason why I do say that is we all do know right now that in most circumstances, if you are just racing that car, that, well, 8 to 10 miles an hour is probably not really going to matter. But if you're actually playing on PvP or something and people are running like a Bugatti Dici or something like a Lamborghini Countach, those cars do 300 miles an hour. Certain Bugattis will do around 305 to 306, which, let me actually get over here. I'll do one more quick nitrous run with this car to confirm it. Let's see, guys. So, yeah, 292 miles an hour, even going down a small hill. Now, that's actually going to be around 10 to even 14 miles an hour slower than some of the other hypercars. That, I would say, right off the bat is definitely going to make a pretty big difference, especially on PvP. If you are racing against other people and they're driving something like one of those hypercars, they are easily going to be faster than you. For the Rival Edition here, why not do one of the random hyper races on level 5 difficulty and hopefully not struggle too much against the AI because they really do not know how to drive that much. But I do actually admit though, I think this car is actually pretty dope, guys. I do like it. Now I would say the Creators Tempesta is probably like one of those oddball vehicles that you might look at and go, you know, is this thing actually, what do y'all do? Alright, that was an interesting sight to see, seeing that car completely fly over the road. That was pretty dope. Almost something out of like Nitro Circus. That was something. But I do feel like something like the Creators Tempesta is going to be the type of car players might look at and go, yo, is that thing actually good? And mind y'all, right now, I'm running no pro settings on this car. This thing handles on a dime. I've been really surprised so far with each Rival Edition car I have driven. They legit do not struggle in turning at all, even with regular pro settings. Honestly, pretty impressive. Like, you don't have to sit there and, like, spend hours trying to tune that car to your perfect setting. Like, look at this, guys, right here. Going around the turn, barely struggling at 100 miles an hour. The car isn't even, like, oversteering. It's not sliding, nothing. It's super stable. Really dang impressive. I feel like these cars are actually going to be very viable in most situations. And I would say a lot of people are probably going to unlock these cars and go, wait, why would I drive the regular Tempesta when I have this one? This thing is super upgraded. I actually do think it has a wide body kit on it when looking at it. It is going to have that big wing. It's going to have the nice splitters on it. A really cool looking like livery design. I feel like it's going to be hard not to choose this car over the other ones. And I would say a lot of people might look at this thing and go, yo, you know what, bro? I'm never using the other one again. This car is legit that good. Now, how is this thing going to do on grand races? Well, when I was making this video, grand races for at least hypercars were not actually a thing yet. I really wish we could actually have class-based PvP. It would be so much easier to test cars out. Hopefully in the future we might end up seeing it. I really don't know at this point, but hopefully we will end up seeing that. Let me do it. I could do a top speed test over here again. Almost like a confirmation thing, so slow down a bit around that turn. I really do like the way this car drives, and funnily enough, I do like the fact it's going to be a 6-speed. For a hypercar, guys, I feel like it's much easier to shift it. And what is the AI doing behind me, bruh? It's much easier to shift this thing. It's going to be way easier to drive it in that aspect, but 292 is going to be completely maxed out on this car. It does not go any higher. So my final thoughts on the Creators Tempesta Rivals Edition. What do I think about it? Well, guys, I have to give this car a pretty high score. Like, if I was to give this thing out of like a 10, I'd honestly give it a 9. Like, I really do like it. I might even give this thing a 10. Like, it's legit that good. Car is very stable. The handling on it feels really nice. It's not going to be twitchy or anything like that. I really do like the fact it's going to be a 6-speed being a manual player. I would even say an automatic, it's really not going to make a difference, but being a 6-speed is really fun. On top of that, though, it is going to do around 290 miles an hour, which is going to make it very viable for most situations. Like, sure, if you're running something on, like, a grand race, then, yeah, you might actually lose to some Bugattis and stuff that do, like, 305 or 300 and stuff. 7 to 10 miles an hour does actually make a difference, especially on the highway. You'll be able to hold your speed a tad easier. You won't have to go through all of your nitrous, especially running something like a chemist. Overall, though, I would like to know what y'all think about the Creators Tempesta in the comments below. This Rivals Edition is going to be incredibly unique. It's going to be way different than the regular car, and I would definitely recommend trying this thing out if you guys haven't. On top of that, this car is definitely going to be insanely unique looking. We all do know if you actually saw this car on the road basically in the daytime. Like, look at the livery, guys. Check this out. It's actually going to be flashing now that the time of day is changing. Let me stop here quick. Also, the skyboxes, the coloring of the map, man, is just... It's so beautiful in this update, I have to admit it. But look at the livery. It's like flashing, though. Check that out. On the side there, on the back, you'll see like the front of it as well. pretty awesome. I really do think that's such a unique feature to these cars. And I feel like when you see something like this, you're like, yo, that's probably one of the Rivals cars. You can't miss it. The only unfortunate thing with these cars I feel like players are probably going to notice is, well, you can't change anything whatsoever on them. Do let me know your thoughts on the Tempesta in the comments below.